Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering Adventure Comics 165, Superboy's School for Stuntmen. A contrived little mystery story that deals with a fallacy of Superboy teaching a stuntman school and that being impressive. So I want to get this out of the way because it's kind of dumb and I don't like reviews talking about how something is dumb. And look, this is comic books. It's all kind of stupid to begin with. A fun stupid that I love. It's dealing with some ideas that aren't particularly amazing ideas that are kind of crazy and stupid in lovable ways. But I just can't wrap my head around the idea of a successful school for stunt people being taught by Superboy who doesn't have to actually do the stunts. Any stunt he's showing off, he's using his powers. He doesn't know how to do the stunt. He can just float up there or use his super strength. There's nothing he can really teach because he doesn't understand exactly what humans would have to do, like the strength specifically needed to climb this rope and hold yourself, like the work on your core. This is kind of unimaginable for him because he can't quite put himself in our shoes, even when he's being Clark Kent. Like, there's a fundamental problem with the idea of Superboy teaching something that he has no actual acumen for. He's not performing stunts. He has superpowers. Like, learning this from Daredevil would be great because he understands exactly what you needed to do to be able to complete these stunts. Superman doesn't. But anyway, a man by the name of Flip Wilson, who is a stuntman whose school isn't doing very well, he only has 2 students, gets Superboy to help out by teaching some classes to try to get more people in. I guess it's successful. I guess this could be successful in the sense that you get to hang out with Superboy, so hey, why don't you pay for the class where he can't really teach you anything? He'll just do it and then expect you to do it, which is not an actual teaching experience. You need your teacher to be someone who actually learned how to do something and not just able to do it because of their superpowers. I keep reiterating this, but it's dumb. It's not a great idea. If he could somehow teach me how to fly, then we have something, but he would have had to have been a normal human who learned how to fly for that to happen. Anyway, there is a mystery story that then takes up most of this, where there is a masked man who is completing stunts who is stealing things. This is where things get a bit contrived. Now, the whole masked man reveal, which then has to be explained to us pretty uninterestingly because they're all just standing around talking for the last 2 pages, is Flip Wilson, or originally was Flip Wilson. He was doing this to once again drum up business because his stunt business was failing. So the masked stuntman being really impressive, stealing things in the news, plus Superboy teaching, gets some excitement over doing these stunts. Which makes some sense. Once again, the whole point of Superboy teaching classes when he can't actually do these stunts. He's using these superpowers. Not a great idea. But making stunts somewhat popular by having it in the news with some really impressive guy, yes, popular. But he didn't intend to actually steal anything. The first crime wasn't exactly a crime. He didn't really do much. But one of his students, one of those original 2 students, figures out it was him and uses the opportunity to also become the masked stuntman and actually rob people. Until we have a stuntman fight, which, if it had been more of the rest of the comic instead of our 3rd act, may have been interesting. I kind of enjoyed them swinging at each other almost like they have crossed swords. That would have been a lot more fun. But as it was, once they started attacking each other as this fight began, it immediately ended as Superboy showed up, took off their masks, and then started explaining what was happening. Not a great climax. Especially for Superboy. Have him do something dynamic. As for sort of the middle part of the story of him dealing with the stuntman gets away by causing a problem. Of course he has to do that because, well, Superboy's superpower set is not going to have problems dealing with a stunt person who is just a stunt person. So he has to create havoc in those moments, which is a great way for him to deal with things. It just falls under we're biding time until he literally gets his hands on the guy. And maybe it would have been a little bit better if we had a legitimate fight with the 2 masked stuntmen. But as you see, I'm pretty down on the story. It's not a great use for Superboy and who Superboy is. We once again need to actually figure out why Superboy needs to exist in these stories and work from there. Okay, that is it from Adventure Comics 165. Superboy School for Stuntmen. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? Or in this case, the Boy of Tomorrow. And seriously, who signs up to learn stunts from someone who can't really do these stunts? Okay, have a great day.